Yo guys, what is going on? And in today's video, I'm gonna be taking a boring effect in DaVinci Resolve and showing you guys how you can repurpose it in 3 different ways. The first way is going to be text, the second way is gonna be camera movement, and the third way is gonna be using motion blur with all of those effects. So guys, we're gonna be obviously talking about the transform node. The transform node is easily the most underrated node in DaVinci Resolve by far. And I'm gonna show you guys how you can repurpose this node and literally up your content within seconds by learning this simple effect. So let's hop right into DaVinci Resolve right now. So as you guys can see here, we have a pretty just steady video like this of me working. And the first thing I'm just gonna go ahead and do with this is like my boring like log footage, I guess you could say. And so I'm gonna take this boring log footage. So this was the before and after. Brings a little bit of color and you can see the differences right there and stuff like that. But we're gonna drag my LUT on there and you can see the difference that it already makes. It brings out all the lights and stuff like that, which you can get in the link of the description. These are my LUTs and stuff like that, but enough talking about that. We could just turn this down like this, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna apply this to my next clip, and as you can see, it really brings out the tones. So if we do the before and after, you can see that. That's just insane. Okay. Anyways, guys. So with this video, as you can see, it's kind of small because it's in a square type deal. So what we're gonna do here is the first thing we're gonna grab is an adjustment layer. So the first thing we're gonna go over is camera movement. Now camera movement is pretty important, so I'm gonna show you guys how you can do that. So with the adjustment clip, make sure you're heading into the Fusion page with the adjustment clip selected. And this is one of my favorite effects. So we're gonna hit Shift Space for a transform node, and that's literally all we're gonna be using, the transform node. Now under this transform node, we're just gonna size our video in. We don't wanna mess with the center and Y. I mean, you guys can mess with that, but to make this tutorial a lot easier, we're only gonna mess with the size. And if we just zoom this in like so, and then slap a keyframe, and then go to like frame 30-ish, we're just going to zoom this out about a little bit before. We want to keep some room, and I'll show you why. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and go to like frame 40 or something like that, and then we're just gonna zoom back in just a little bit. Okay, so now we have a steady animation where it's just like this, and then it goes back in like that. So head into the Fusion page and hit this zoom to fit button, and you can see right here we have this whole ordeal going on right here. So we can go ahead, and there's 2 ways you can do this. You can hit Command A and hit S. And then that's gonna bring out all of these points right here. That's exactly what you want, guys. So we're just gonna, in this tutorial sake, we're just gonna use the smoothing option. We're gonna drag this one and we're gonna take it down like this. Now, the only problem is we don't want it to look like this all right here. This just looks messy. So if we play this through, we have something like that. And it looks cool, but I don't like that extra zoom out right there. So in order to fix that, we're just gonna take this down like this and bring it down just a little bit like that. And you'll already start to notice a huge difference. Like that looks so clean. Like if we put this forward, and I'll show you guys how you can full screen this too. I'm just gonna, this is just for the tutorial sake. So it zooms out and then it zooms in just a little bit. Like that's so clean. So in order to make it a little more clean, we're gonna take this and we're actually just going to bring it up just a little bit. Actually bring like the whole thing up actually. So we're gonna take this one and we're just gonna bring it up like this. And then we can either smooth it out, or we could just kind of like pop it out like this and then kind of go with the flow. So hold this one, play around with it, get it to where it looks something like that. We really want it to where it goes boom and then it curves back up like this. So we can take this one right here, bring it down just a little bit like that. That should be good. We're just gonna basically tweak it. So that looks fire already. Now, the only issue is now we could start to notice this right here. So there's a few ways you could do that. You could come to edges and go to mirror, which can look good, but the issue is now is like, you could kind of tell, but for this tutorial sake, I'm just gonna throw on the mirror because you can like barely tell. And then, yeah, so that's a pretty cool zoom right there with already just alone with the adjustment clip, okay? And then obviously the transform node. So now what we're gonna do is to make this look a million gajillion times better, we're gonna head over to the settings and then go to motion blur and then just probably put the quality at like 5 and then the shutter angle at like 300. And you'll start to notice that we have this smooth looking motion blur. Like when we first started off, you could see this motion blur. It looks so crispy and clean, guys. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we have to make sure that this stays there, because you can see that it's like zoomed in like that. That doesn't really look good. So we're gonna grab another adjustment clip. This is just like a bonus for you guys. We're gonna throw over a circle or circle, what am I yapping about? We're gonna throw over a square rectangle, bro, what am I yapping about? Just throw a square on and size it up to your video. And if you need to, go to fit and go to like 200 and like really double check the line. Make sure it's good to go. All right, cool, we are good to go. And then go back into here. And then now if we pull this over, you can see that the animation's now limited to where this square is. So zooms out, zooms in. Now, if you're working with short form content, you're lucky because you don't really have to worry about that, okay? So boom, zooms in just like that. And then that's the start to our video. Like, this is just for like some B-roll style, right? Like you could really do anything you want with this. So there's also another method you could do. So let's take this one. We're gonna grab another adjustment clip on, slap on a transform. And if you guys are confused as to what a transform is, it basically affects everything behind it. So essentially, if I take this transform node and I have a text node right here, or I have scan lines back here, the transform node in front of it will move everything with it. So it's just gonna basically just move everything for it and size it up and down. And it's just basically a place marker, like saying, hey, I wanna do this to everything that's behind this. So basically my video, we're taking this and we wanna modify it without messing anything actually up. So that way I could come in here and I could just deactivate these things and I have my still video still. Boom, boom, toggle those back on when we have a clean, crispy animation like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do another one for the fun of it because I'm liking this tutorial. We could go ahead and simply start at 1, so keyframe it, and then we can go to frame 40 and then zoom in like right there. Now this will be just a simple one, but we can hit Command A in the box right here. And by the way, this is the spline tool. Sorry if I didn't make you guys understand in the beginning, but we'll head over to this thing called ease and then we'll go to out cubic. And then we have this cool slow zoom animation like that. And if we want to get even further with it, we can come here. There's already a keyframe set in place, and then we can come back to 55 and then just zoom that sucker back out just like that. And then we can literally take these 2 points right here and go in here, and I think it's in cubic, I believe. So now we have something like this, boom, zooms back out. But that's not really like the smoothest thing possible. So if we want, we could just take this point and then zoom it out like this, boom, and then we can get like a cleaner animation by just taking this, manipulating it in a way. And then if we played it back, we can have something like this. It's like more smooth. I'm trying to find a way where we could smooth this out a little more. So that's probably a way we could do it like that. But just making sure your graph is actually looking good, because if it's not, then it just has to make sense. You know what I mean? Like the graph just has to make sense. So it has to be smoothed out, and yeah, right there maybe. So we'll do something like that. Boom, boom, just like that. So we could do something like that. Or you could just do it where it just zooms out. It's totally up to you guys, like literally totally up to you. And again, guys, if you wanna play around with the motion blur setting, you can also turn these qualities up to max. Your computer may not be able to handle that. No joke, like literally less than a year ago, literally less than 6 months ago, my computer could not handle these two being cranked up. So if you have a nice computer, then you're probably good to go. But if you don't, I wouldn't recommend doing that because it really doesn't do that much of a difference. But anyways, guys, let's head over into the text effect section. So guys, we're obviously gonna drag on a text plus node just like this. And we can actually match these two up, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But we have a pretty booty text font because it's Open Sans. So we could go ahead and do font, whatever font you really want to. Something like this. This is a cool font. And then we'll be like text, just like that. I don't know. We're gonna head over to the Fusion page. I'm gonna do an extra node by adding like some crispy glow. And if we go ahead and go to 200, we can crank this glow up and then the glow down so that it gives it a subtle glow. And then one more thing we're gonna do, we're gonna head over to select element 1, and we're gonna hit a gradient. and then we're just gonna make it to where it's like barely there. And then we'll take this black color and we'll actually just make it a little less than black because it looks better when it's just like that. That's what we have. We can obviously come in here and turn up the glow a little more because now it's like not as good looking. So now we have something like this. And we can go ahead and now start the text animation. All right, guys, so we're gonna add in the infamous transform node. And obviously what we're gonna do here, guys, is we're gonna animate this sucker. So we're gonna do the same properties that we were just doing, but just in a different style. So we're gonna take the center X and Y, and we're gonna take this like down like right here. And we can hit a keyframe and go to about like frame 30 and then rip this back up to 0.5. Now it's gonna create a same linear line and you can have a same linear animation just like this. So what we'll do is we'll click into this empty box so that way our server or sensor knows we're in this box, and then hit Command A and then left click and then go over to ease and then out cubic, all right? So that's gonna create that crispy animation like off the rip. So there's some things we could do like adding motion blur, for example. We can crank that up. And obviously that's gonna do a lot too. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just add what's called a glitch text effect. So if we go to the blend, we could see that it changes the difference between the text, the transform, and the template. So I don't really wanna mess with that. So we can honestly go back to the Fusion page, and then now if we could play this forward, now we have that clean animation. So if we turn this opacity down, you can see it just kind of does that. And you see how I'm going like that? That's kind of what we want to do here. So we'll have the opacity at 0, and it's called a glitch effect. So we'll go 1, 2, go forward, 1, 2, go down just a little bit so it's still visible, go 1, go up, go over like 2 times, go down, go over twice, boom, and just continue this process until it comes up. So now if we play this through, we have that text effect glitch right there. And then we're gonna change this, put it like right there. Boom, now we have that. And then we're gonna change this to text, and then like mid thing, we're gonna split it, and then we're going to do effect. So now if we play this through, text effect, text effect. So guys, if we literally throw this in between these two clips, you can see what this does. It's gonna look so clean too. So if we go to fit, boom, play this forward. So I actually was mistaken. You have to put this below both of the adjustment clips. So now it'll do the sauce. So boom, boom, just like that. Like, bro, look at how clean that looks. Text, effect, boom. Guys, come on now. Come on now. Where else are you learning this type of stuff? That means that you guys should drop a subscribe and follow my IG and stuff like that. Or guys, if you want to save hours of time, you could check out my time-saving editing packs with a link in the description. My all-new MotionText, which is like, you could get all of these animations, but like literally this many more is how many I made. You could literally just steal my animations and just get them yourselves, which are just drag and drops done for you. So I could show you guys that really quick. So you have this one, like the minimal text effect, up glitch, you just slap it down and look, it's already done for you. All you have to do is add those properties that I was telling you about, the gradient, all that stuff, boom, add the glow in, but the effect is actually already done for you. So if we replace this, all that time we spent doing that text animation, look, it has it done for us, bro. Like, that's literally that simple. And this is in my minimal pack, which is only available in the all-in-one bundle. And then guys, if we head it over to my favorite pack, MotionText Pro, guys, look at how clean these animations are. So you have all those animations I was just telling you about, and then also like 10 handmade animations like done for you. So you have stuff like this one right here, Filmic Reel style. You have this one, Ever Wanted To, and then this one, Searching For, especially for you. Like all of these text effects, Searching For, this is personally my favorite. And then obviously, if you guys are looking for those simple animations, we also have those right here. So it is right here actually, okay. So the Authority Content System. So if we want to, we could take this whole thing, Command C, go back to our master, go back to our timeline 1, come back over here, Command V, our effect in here, okay? It's as simple as this, and throwing basically on our timeline like this. And now all I have to do is change this. So I could change all of these text effects, and it's just done that quick. Not to mention these zooms, I also have the zooms too. So guys, it's really as simple as that. If we pair up the zoom in my pack and then we throw it on top of like, say like this one right here, like look at how fire this is. We could just start it like right here, for example. Let's say this starts right here. Boom, the authority content system. Just like that. You're able to create something like that with my pack, like literally just drag and drop. So let's say you're talking about editing. So you want to talk about editing. Cool, let's talk about editing, right? You just change it, adapt to it, etc. And I use this in my content every single day. And so, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. My all-in-one bundle is actually the best deal right now, but I had to plug that in for you guys because you guys are wasting time by doing these animations and stuff like that. There's no point when you can buy my pack, help me create these videos for you guys, and save time and learn how to edit like me. It's a no-brainer, bro. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.